tonight's show. This is your host, Andy and JC. Now let's go ahead and get these topics started because we getting ready to get funky, fly, a little bit upset at the beginning, but we're going to end on a positive note.
Why you gotta do me like that, bro? Why you gotta do me like that?
Because once again, for the first time, on episode 3,
we getting in there.
JC is going to get stumped on this. This is completely like off the books.
I'm batting 1,000.
Up there on the moon somewhere.
I'm batting 1,000.
He ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get it.
I even brought my smart glasses during the night.
He ain't got no direct. This question is so jacked up.
Well, don't boast it up too much. Let's get there. Let's get to the first topic.
Let's get there.
We gonna get mad. Let's get it out the way now, so I can get it off my chest, and y'all go all hear how I really feel.
All right, first we're gonna go serious. Serious face. We're gonna talk about.
I can't do this. I can't be serious for too long. Let's go. What you got?
Okay, we're gonna talk about George Floyd's murder. Your thoughts? No. Let me go ahead and we're gonna break it down. Thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Protesting versus we already know it's jacked up, and we already know his ass.
It's a shitty
should
situation.
Be grass. Should be open and shut case. But
it's never that.
It's never that. Because guess what? Let's talk about protesting versus rioting.
So, I put videos in my Facebook page about the difference between how the media reports rioting versus protesting and the dualities of reporting and what is one community versus the other. I'm gonna leave it at that. The videos are on my Facebook. You can see them for yourself. I'll actually add the link to this video. It'll be in the description below. But at the same time, there's a video, I don't know if you saw it, but a guy who started the AutoZone thing, breaking the windows out with a hammer, fully dressed in black with a black umbrella. It's probably hot as heck out that day.
It is hot as heck. I was looking at
full gas mask.
The police with the riot gear. They was like, the police are wearing riot gear. I'm like, they ain't wearing riot gear because their sleeves is all showing. Their arms all out.
Yeah. But the dude who was breaking the windows was a white guy. And a friend of mine brought up a point, like, I can't remember what exactly he said, but it was something like, well, how does that justify them breaking in and stealing stuff? I said, well, everything or anything in this situation, all it needs is a catalyst. All it takes is one person to break that seal.
That's it.
And let the floodgates flow. If no one ever breaks that seal and no one ever sees it, then will the chaos inevitably ensue, or will it just be a peaceful protest? Or is that all we're going to see is the rioting, if you will, because that's all that really sells ratings is the rioting. Like, no one wants to see a bunch of black people sit around holding candles singing Kumbaya.
It is boring.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's boring. I did it earlier today.
Peaceful doesn't equal good ratings.
But when it gets down to it, you know, a lot of arguments that I've seen go back and forth with the protesting versus rioting is when they first started off, well, actually, let's say when the sun's out, they call it protesting because pretty much the sun's out, their faces is on everything, so nobody really wants to do anything. And when it gets dark and stuff starts getting broken into, they call it rioting. My personal opinion, protesting, I really don't see protesting ever getting anywhere. I think if you protest in the right direction, then stuff will get done. But it seems like when we protest in our neighborhoods. You're protesting let's use Havelock, North Carolina for an example.
It'd be a facelift if we ride it here. It might look a little better.
All the outside protesters be mad as hell. They're like, "Man, what the hell is Havelock? Pass it.
We missed it." Oh man.
But I look at, protesting is we've been doing it for years. We've been at it for years, and what has it gotten us? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
The only reason we see anything that looks like any remote type of change is because of, not from protesting, is because of these little phones with video cameras in them that record everything, and social media where you can put that recording on blast that forces governments, state, local, federal, to do something.
Wasn't it Will Smith who put out the quote? I don't know. They had his picture on it. I don't know if he actually made a quote, but he said racism didn't go anywhere. We just start videotaping it. Or something to that effect.
I don't know who said
you remember that. I've
heard that.
I'll edit somewhere like right here when I find it. But
and put the real one there.
It's very interesting the way he put it, because it's real. It really hasn't gone anywhere. In my lifetime, I've continuously experienced it. And people try to argue with me like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm not talking about what I see on TV. I'm not always talking about what somebody put up on a post.
I'm not talking about what happened back when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I'm talking about a few years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I have my own experiences while active duty in the military.
Yes.
On military bases, off military bases, at barbecues, at gas stations. Like, I've been all over the place, especially this country, and I've experienced it in several places. Like, I don't speak out my ass about racism because I don't think it doesn't exist anymore. I know it does.
But what is it doing? But pissing people off.
Yeah, it's just getting recorded now. Like, everybody's seeing what do you call the Karens, or they got like the barbecue Susies or whatever. Yeah, that's just people who feel that they're higher and mightier than another person. That's a form of it. Call it what you want, whether it's racism or not, but that's a form of it. There's a subliminal mindset to why a lieutenant approaches me, or excuse me, a lieutenant approaches my younger junior sergeant, and I'm a gunny, and asks him questions, and he's a white guy, when I'm the leader in charge of the call. Like, that sergeant had an awakening that day. He said, I didn't know it was like that. Like, well, yeah, you just experienced, because these guys subliminally went to you as the person to go to, and not even looking at a gunny standing in front of them versus a sergeant. Like, who's really in charge here?
And a lot of people don't understand that. They see it, but it doesn't like blink. It doesn't register. And then like your sergeant came to you and was like, "Oh, why did he come to me?" And he just doesn't understand it.
And if he sees this video, I want him to comment. And I can put his name out there, but he know who he is. He was at the call was on Bogue Field. It was for UXO. If you see this video, make sure you comment and let me know, and let them know that I'm not lying. Like, this stuff happens.
Camp Lejeune, 2005. From the last video, you seen my military police shield that was above my head, did a little spinny thing and then disappeared. That was pretty cool, by the way. Mine looked better than yours.
Little pokes though. That's all right.
Yeah, but I love my job and everything like that. But I had a brief experience where I'm coming through the gate. My mother-in-law comes to visit. She's got a Mercedes-Benz. Of course, little corporal here. I don't have a Mercedes-Benz. I can't afford one.
You probably still had bad credit at the time.
We talked about it bad credit last one.
You ain't got no Benz credit.
I come through the policeman at the gate. He says, "Hey, you're gonna need to get a pass," even though he let my mother-in-law through without a pass, because got a nice car, looked like hers. Might have asked for an ID and a registration and matched up. They didn't feel like writing out a pass, so they just let her butt through and went on to the house. And I was like, "Hey, you got a Mercedes? Let me drive it." Drove it, come back through the gate. They said, "Hey, sir, you're gonna need to get a pass." I said, "Good deal. I'm military police. I know the drill. I'm gonna pull my butt in the parking lot. I'm gonna get my driver's license, ID, proof of insurance, registration, all that type of good stuff. I'm gonna bring it to him. He's gonna write me at least a 3-day pass, and then I'm gonna get in that vehicle and I'm gonna drive off." Didn't happen that way. What happened was, and I'm not that old, so don't think this is like back in a 1980s or 70s story.
This happened.
This is this is like 2006 or 7.
Yeah.
That when this happened. So 2006 actually, because 2007 I was on my way out the door. So 2006. The guy goes and says, "Hey, sir, whose car is this?" I tell him, "Hey, it's my mother-in-law's car. She's coming to visit. She already came through the gate, and y'all, whoever was on the previous shift, let her through without a pass. So I'm here to get a pass. Here's her car. Here's her registration. Here's her proof of insurance, and this is my driver's license. If you want me to call her, I can call her." Cool. I'm thinking it's all said and done about that. So he says, "Well, sir, I'm gonna have to run your plates." I was like, "Well, go ahead and run the plates." Even though I know I'm military police, I do this daily. I know you don't have to run their plates if they have the proof of insurance and they have the registration right there on them. Everything's valid. You don't need to run a thing unless I've committed a criminal activity. So he runs the plates. "Sir, I'm gonna need your license." So I'm sitting here like, okay, this is getting a little bit out of hand. You don't need to ask me for all this stuff, But now I'm starting to put, 4 plus 4 equals Jello,
Purple.
and figure it out. Like, dude, why are you freaking damn asking me for all this information? So I can get my license, let them run it. I know my license is good. I'm military police. Of course my license is freaking good. So he runs it. Everything comes back clean. Then he asks me again, hey, sir, I need to ask you, whose car is this? Like, I want to change my freaking story and say, hey, it's Billy Bob's. No, it's not Billy Bob's. It's my mother-in-law's because I told you it's my freaking mother-in-law's. And now I'm starting to think that, sir, you need to calm down. No, I don't need to calm down. What I need to do.
Deep in the story, man. Like, reel it in, bro.
Pulling it back,
Let's just say this didn't match the vehicle make and model.
It definitely didn't. Long story short, ended up calling the watch commander for that young Marine. And that watch commander told him, give him a pass and let him go. Talked to Martinez the next day, and she took care of that. Won't have to worry about that no more. But it does exist. Military, in the military, outside the military.
I got called
No, it didn't happen.
I'm gonna put that word over there, but I'm gonna asterisk it out. But that at the daycare while picking up my son. Effing. At the daycare.
So
Camp Hilton.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, but before we move on, let me get back to the protesting versus rioting thing. So the protesting, your march,
Negroes riot, white people protest,
and that's the way the public sees it. That's the way the media portrays it. But what I put out there on social media was, you know what? We lose sight of what happened to Mr. Floyd when we start rioting, breaking into Target stores, everything like that.
It's very convenient how fast these things erupt and we lose sight of what's important.
And we lose sight. And 3 months down the line.
Because right now, no one that I've seen in the last 2 days has been focused on what actually happened.
Right.
Like the video evidence, you're kneeling on his neck for 5+ minutes and he's damn near dead by the time they put him on the gurney.
Mm-hmm.
And now all people are talking about is these people are rioting. What does that do?
Exactly. What does that do?
It masks the story.
Right. But my thing was, I put out there too. I put out there, hey, look, you know what? If you want to riot, you want to break into stuff, you want to break windows, how about we take that energy and go riot at a police station?
Oh, they did that.
They did that.
They burned that bad Larry down.
I'm very shocked that they did that.
Hey.
I didn't tell them to do it. Don't
I didn't
come
say
to
do
my
it either,
house.
but I didn't see that one coming.
Do it. I did not see it coming.
Nope.
And as soon as they did that, I said, you know what? I said it. So I got to stick to my guns. If a police officer does something to you, you go after that police officer, and then that police officer's freaking station. Now,
and I'm gonna disagree.
Are you?
I'm gonna disagree a little bit, just a little bit. And I say that to say this.
This might go over our time crunch.
It ain't. But my point is, not every officer in that precinct deserve to have their place of work, livelihood taken away because a man lost his life. Yes, it's unfortunate, but we still have to show restraint to a certain level. We've been showing restraint for many, many years.
We have been. Too many years.
Too many. And every once in a while, I'm not going to advocate for rioting. Not going to do it.
I'm not advocating it. I just say, if you're going to be mad,
I feel people's
take
frustration.
your anger towards what started it.
Yeah, or don't burn down your local grocery stores.
Don't. And you know what the other argument with that is?
What?
It's not their local grocery stores because they don't own it.
Yeah, it's true. But they still got to go further to get what they need now.
They got to go further to get what they need. And when they start burning and breaking in their own houses and everything like that, then guess what? They be like, well, shoot, they don't own the house. They don't own the house, but where they going? They got a place, they got to go back home.
Yeah.
And if they freaking in a low income neighborhood, which means, hey, look, I'm struggling, trying to work to better myself, to get out of this neighborhood, to get to a better place, or maybe even to build the neighborhood up. And let's not say it's a low poverty neighborhood. Let's say this is a great neighborhood where everybody gets along and everybody's freaking cool. That'd be great. But guess what? A lot of people can't leave. So if you burn everything down, you're stuck. in a burned down city.
Here's the other thing. I just thought this mathematically. What's 2 negatives equal?
A positive. You know what? I didn't even think that through. That's just my education level. It's pretty high. Went to college, by the way.
Yeah, but who's a positive in favor for? Because you got a man killed, that's negative. Then you got the rioting, that's negative. And all of a sudden,
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to wait and see.
He gonna get off. He didn't get off his neck, but he gonna get off this case. I'm telling you that right now. Bet money.
I'm holding
money.
on. Where do we go from here?
Man, we need a sponsor or something so we can put a commercial in, like, right.
No, that was a question. I'm talking about the riot and the protest.
At this
Don't
point,
edit that out. If he edits it out, y'all will know it. Because if he edits it out, it better be in a blooper reel.
oh goodness, where we go from here? All we do is wait. Like, we can talk to be blue in the face, but right now what's taking over is another negative, which is the rioting. Be it whoever started it, it's almost null and void at this point. It got started. It's going to continue. We just got to wait for it to settle down. I mean, it is what it is.
But when
it's happened every time something like this happens.
It happens every time, but I see something different. The different thing is they went to the police station. Now, did they did a lot of damage to the police station? Probably
That's
not.
a weak ass police station, though.
Nah, it just set it's brick. They set it on fires.
Oh, the outside. I thought they got into them motherfuckers.
Nah. They broke a couple windows, but I don't think they actually walked in the police station.
You sure? It sounded like one of the things I read today said they
walked in-
evacuated.
Because I'm gonna tell you right, they did say they evacuated.
Yeah.
But realistically, if that police department wanted to set it off if they walked in there, the police department would have set it off. Now, eventually you're gonna run out of bullets. Police stations ain't built like that for a freaking super watch riot coming in
So
there.
you can't kill them all.
But they would have set it off. I think they evacuated for the public safety, which is their job, public safety and everything like that. So they did the right thing.
I just gave up the fort.
It's kind of hard to give up the fort though, boy. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You got rubber bullets, like.
Nah,
Tear gas.
some people is immune
You
to
ever been
rubber
hit with a
bullets.
rubber bullet?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been hit with rubber bullets. I've been maced. Part of the job. You gotta
I've
get
been maced
hit
too.
with
I've
it
been
before
maced.
you can distribute it.
I've been maced voluntarily twice. Stupid.
Yes.
I'll take a
Weapons
little bit of
instructor.
that. Let me get some. Ah!
Yeah, and then taser, them boys that can stand up to that taser, hey, it's some good boys. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now,
You fall like a tree.
it hurts. You just, and then they say, oh, they're just prongs. They pull it out, it stops hurting. No,
Nah.
you bleed, and it hurts for days. It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. So what's the final note on this subject?
The final note on the
Take the final
subject
word on
is
that one.
they rioted, they protested. The final word is going to be what happens to this officer. If this officer gets off scot-free, believe you me, it's going to start back up. It's not
gonna be 10
dead
times
yet.
worse.
It's still going right now.
Oh, it's
But
gonna be
I'm-
10 times worse.
But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be 10, 50 million times worse. Like, they're coming in big time to that one local city.
If ever there
Or
were
the
a
Twin
need,
Cities.
if ever there were a need for a sacrificial lamb, that officer better be it.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
there's going to be a lot more lives lost and a lot
Yep.
more property damage.
Exactly.
Move,
So,
can we move on, please?
we're going to move on,
Oh
please.
my goodness.
Because we're going to get to a little lighter note. A better
Ooh.
note is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
Because I learned some stuff today
Yeah, what you learn?
about James.
I learned that we have 20 minutes.
But we're going to talk about that after this break. Now,
No,
we back.
Start over.
huh?
I'll
Nope.
come back. I'll bring us back.
Okay, bring us back. We good.
All right, we back. We're going to get into this lighter subject. Hopefully, Andy brings something more gentle to my nerves tonight because, you know, he brought up a real deep one to start off with. We even,
You got to get that out the way.
this third
You got
episode,
to
man.
get it out the way.
You getting hard to, that's current though, so
It's current, but I don't want to bring it to the end of the episode. We got to just get it out the way.
yeah.
Rip the Band-Aid off. Rip the Band-Aid off.
Just beard off. What you got? What's next?
You'll get used to it. Raising kids
Ooh.
nowadays.
I don't know. I ain't never raised one. No, I'm joking.
Because I'm going to tell you right now,
You got more
Did-
experience than I do.
we did a little project today.
Uh-oh.
And then he came. We went to the house, and James set his son down, and then left the room. His son lost his mind.
That is not my doing. My son, Nathan, my young one, I got a 17-year-old and a 1-year-old. See what I was thinking? I was losing my mind.
I forgot how it works.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I wasn't playing Jenga that night. But yeah, he never does that for me. He don't say goodbye in the morning. If his mom is around, like, it's a whole different story. Like, I'm not even dad. I'm like this stranger in the house. So that was new to me. It actually made me feel good. Like, my son does love me around strangers. Like, that's it. That's all good for. Protect me from the stranger.
Yep.
Any other time, bye, Felicia. Like,
But I will tell you this though. Your son did say, you know what? That big tall dude gave me cookies.
what'd you give him a cookie?
Well, I was over your house. Yeah, I didn't give him a cookie. He brought me the jar of cookies. It was
Oh
like,
yeah.
yo. He was like, yo.
Them stale ass
Look.
animal crackers.
I know I'm cute, and I got these freaking animal crackers right here.
He used you.
Go ahead, he used me.
He used you. He ain't stupid.
He used me, but he looked at me in
He
the
ain't
face,
stupid.
and I was like,
Yeah. He said, look at these
I don't
pretty
know how-
Asian eyes.
and I was like, I don't know how many cookies you're supposed to get, and I know your daddy just gave you one, but here you go ahead and grab a cookie.
yeah, he used you. That's what all he did. Yeah.
So he remembered me from the cookies.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess I got to talk about my 50 million kids.
It's fun though. I love it.
Raising kids nowadays, I mean, it's fun.
I'm more patient these days. I'm telling you that.
The age does it.
Yeah. Because my son, I don't even know what's in the carpet anymore. Like there's pizza, noodles, rice.
Okay, because I didn't know where you were
Grapes.
going with that.
like
We're talking about
everything.
kids.
That's why I'm not getting him Play-Doh. That'd be something else. He already got the big block Legos. Those, oh man, I almost broke my neck the other night.
That little gray tub
my
we got,
God,
hey, that
man.
gray tub stays sealed because I don't want all that stuff all over the floor. But I look at it like this: raising kids nowadays has got a whole lot different from how it used to be. Because I know me and you went through it with the parents and the butt whoopings and the switches and the stitches. They didn't give us stitches; they just told us to put tussin on and call it a freaking day. But
I was a good kid. I got my ass whooped all 5 times. That was enough. I don't like that.
must be nice.
I just didn't get caught after
I
that.
got mine tore up.
See, that's
daily.
Because
Daily.
you're not good at what you're doing being bad.
No, I wasn't good at lying. Still
yeah,
not.
see? Nope.
Sucking lying.
Bro.
If I lie, I get stuttering, start making up stuff, start looking like Joe Biden. We ain't bring that back up.
Oh, man.
But
Poor
my other
Joe.
kids,
Poor
I got 4, and older kids 20, was it 20, 21, 20.
Damn.
I don't know. I'm getting old too. I can't even remember my own age.
Damn.
40 something. So 20, 19, 14, and 5. So my 14 and up kids, they walk around the house, they observe what's going on when they're here. And my 5-year-old would do something that would land them a complete and total ass whooping
And they snitching right now.
and grounded.
You're like, get him.
And grounded.
Get him.
But
But you can't get it.
5-year-old would do something, and I'd be like, Jacoby, stop. And he'll stop. He's good. He listens. He'll stop. And he'll look at me like I'm crazy.
When did they start listening? My son don't listen for nothing.
It
At
depends
all.
on the circumstance. Depends on had he had a nap or had he not had a nap.
I find myself like, the only way I can get my son to look at me is if I do this high, screeching, loud, like,
I get that from Kobe sometimes. I don't go high pitch. I go deep and sadistic.
It don't
And
work.
then that works for Jacoby.
it don't work. He's got, like, if he is a grown man who's already married in his mind, because he has the ability to tone out everything. Like, he had already had a family. He already had 8 kids.
Jacoby's got that.
Oh my goodness.
Man, he gets to watching this little freaking YouTube shows.
Oh yeah.
Thing.
Oh yeah. Ain't no pulling
Jacoby,
away.
Jacoby, time to clean up your toys. Time to clean up your toys. Man, he'll look at me, and he's so freaking grown. He'll look at me like, no, I pick up my toys when the sun goes down and it's very, very dark outside. He said that to me today. I I said you pick up your toys.
I'm like, I've been pulling this belt off.
When the sun goes down and it's very, very dark outside. Now, my other kids hear that, and they may comment. Please comment if you feel like it.
Oh, man.
They look at us after he does something like that, and they'll look at us like, what you gonna do?
You see that?
And we'll sit there, and I'll be like, I'm gonna tell him to stop doing it, and he's gonna stop doing it. And they be like, really? So now they look at me like I'm a punk now.
Yeah.
I'm a punk.
You punk.
That's raising kids nowadays.
That's
Back in the day, they got it. Now they're That's what I got. Are we ready to roll?
Oh, we rolling. We always rolling. With your bad kids.
No, the hell you. Anywho,
This is fun. We 10 seconds in.
this
you
ain't
realize
fun.
it.
I need like another connection to come over here. I'm gonna bring my laptop back up here. We're gonna need another connection on this so I can see the camera too, to know what's going on.
But yeah, man.
Definitely, we got a lot more patience nowadays, and
Absolutely.
I think it's a good thing. Some people think it's a bad thing. I think even though Jacoby does act up, it doesn't take a butt whooping to get him back in line.
Yeah, but what we call act up too is just a child's curiosity, and I can't remember who said it. I just heard it recently, and I showed my wife the speech about it, and they're like, never stunt a child's curiosity, because then you just kill everything they were curious in that moment on. So we allow our kid to be curious as heck, as long as you don't kill him.
Yep. Now I do got to
never
stop
know.
him from trying to kill himself.
Yeah, like
From jumping off of stuff that's way
no.
too high.
nah.
Oh no, you're gonna
won.
get it.
He got it.
You're gonna get it.
He got he got him scratching his nose. Now he just dove off the couch. I hear Angeline like,
I'm gonna bring this up. Did you see the video where the dude was recording his son coming down the steps?
oh, he just jumped.
On, the son just jumped. The dude didn't go. It was at that point. It was like, you know what? You just did something beyond stupid.
It's like, just don't do it again. You survived this time. Just don't do it again, please.
Right. I see that dude. I was about to
That used to be our
die.
thing as kids, though. Like, we used to see how many steps you could jump from.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was like, man, I jumped off of 5 steps, bro. What you got? He's like, I got 7. I was like, damn, you got
See,
7 steps?
That's what we did because we still had a little fear of pain. I don't think that boy had fear of pain because
No, he went from the top flight, 13
I could
steps.
fly, and he dove.
He bounced.
Boom, boom. And they got him in poses, just sit there in pain. It was like, yo, I'm hurt. Don't you ever, never do that again. Boy, I thought you
man.
was just trying to show off your cake. You just dive down the damn step. Look what I can do.
That dude. Yeah, that was funny.
That's where we're at now with the
I look forward to those days, though. Like,
It's fun, man. It's fun.
my son already get bumps and bruises. Like, he's just wild. He don't listen. Like, Nathan, don't sit back on the couch when you standing up facing the backside. You gonna fall off the front of the couch.
Right.
No, I'm gonna sit down anyway. Boom, boom. He
Boom.
gone.
And then look at you like you did something wrong.
I would look
Why
right
the hell am I hurt?
Life lessons. That's
That's
all
what
we
I
got.
figured. You get hurt, and guess
Yeah.
what? You won't do it no more. My son's scared of bees. But we definitely got a lot more patience nowadays, and I think it comes from just us growing up and us actually giving our kids this freedom. Now, I'm not going against those parents that have to do certain things to get their kids in line. Definitely not going against that. By all means, whatever works for you, boo-boo, that's what you do. We're
Let me-
just talking about
Let me chime in.
personal.
Because some of you, I'm gonna keep it PG. I try.
No,
I think I only swore like twice in the
you
show.
You really don't.
Fuck that.
See?
Some of you, some of you parents do not understand the difference between discipline and abuse.
Yes.
Learn it. It doesn't take bruising your child, blooding your child, welting your child to get your point across. This right here, my voice for my oldest son was enough. I drop a couple octaves, hey, and he's like, oh.
That's good for my son, my youngest son now. My
Yeah.
older kids, they needed a little bit more.
Oh, if you
Explanation.
But all that learning stage starts early. People like to try to implement discipline when it's too late. Like if your kid's in school and getting B's and C's and like it's too late. Like you can't correct that. I don't think you can. I think it needs to start early so they understand there are consequences to your actions. There are limits to what you can and cannot do.
I think at that point, it's the kid's going to just rebel for the rest of his life.
Yeah, and you rebel right on the edge of this belt. I tried to teach you early.
Nope. Exactly.
I'm just.
So, now.
It's that time of the night.
Time of the night.
We need like a theme song right here for Stump the Chump.
We need something. The little. I don't know what the hell you're going to do with that.
I'll figure something out. Because it's episode 3, it keeps getting better.
It keeps getting better, baby.
Yeah.
So
how you gonna stump me tonight? How you think?
Stump you tonight.
Hold on, what face you think I'm gonna make first?
It's going to be a confused face.
I'm gonna leave this face on like this. Go ahead, answer.
You're going to leave it like that? It's going to be a confused face. Watch this.
Yeah, here you go.
Flintstones. That's where we're going with this. If they're driving in their cars and they have to use their feet to pedal and make the car go, why not just walk or run? I'm looking.
Well, first of all, that's
That's the
inaccurate.
question.
That's an inaccurate depiction of what actually happens. They don't pedal the car; they move the car physically with their feet.
Well, that's what I meant by
Now
that.
you said pedal though. Pedals are
same
pedals
thing,
are a
different.
physical device.
Okay, rewind.
No, you can't rewind it.
No,
You gotta-
they're physically got their feet on the ground pushing the freaking car. Instead of pushing the damn cement wheels, which I still don't understand how they made them cement wheels. I know they got chisels and stuff, but those
They were
things
stone.
Those things are pretty
Get your time frame right. They were stone
stones
and wood.
and wood.
I'm
And
asking a question like
physically
this.
use their feet to move the vehicle, the heavy vehicle. Why not
You let
run?
me answer? You gonna let me answer? You do yard work? You do yard work?
Occasionally.
You have a wheelbarrow?
I have a riding mower now.
You have a wheelbarrow?
I just bought a wheelbarrow.
Oh, why don't you just carry all that wheelbarrow stuff on your back and put it where it needs to? Or are you gonna use something to carry it in and move it under your own power to where you need to go?
How many times have the Flintstones carried something in their vehicle other than
Families.
Dino sitting on the
Their
roof?
family, the dog, groceries. You remember the what is it? The big ass steaks they used, the burgers they used to have, the Tyrannosaurus
Yeah, the
burgers,
big
whatever,
burgers.
T-bones, all that stuff. They had to carry stuff.
Fred drove that vehicle to work.
That's how he
No,
drove
let me not
it.
say drove.
That's how he drove it.
He walked/ran that vehicle to work.
Nope. They're just getting a depiction of human power versus horsepower because it was ancient times. That was a dumbass question, man. How you
It
argue with some
was a
Flintstones?
dumbass question. No, it was an
How you
accurate
trying to do
question.
me?
I need an
Flintstones?
answer. I want answers, sir. You know what? I don't care how long this damn program goes. I want a damn answer.
We got another 30 minutes. I can talk about the Flintstones all day.
So
Betty could get
why not? You got issues, by the way. I got a person you can call.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
Why not walk? Why don't you walk today?
Because I have a car to where I start a key and I go like this, and that's it, and the vehicle moves. I don't.
Why do people ride horses? Like, it's just a mode of transportation. That's all it is. I can't even hit with Flintstones.
Painful mode of transportation, man.
Yeah, but you see they feet on the Flintstones? They probably look like mine. Oh, rough. Marine Corps booted up and shit.
Right.
They stepping through coals, no problem.
Anywho, he couldn't answer the question. I just want to make that clear.
No, I answered the question.
What was the
did.
answer? You said
I said-
you tried to get on the whole peddling thing and try to pick a word. That's what you tried to do.
Words mean things, friends. Remember
Well,
that.
I said, feet on the ground, why not just walk? If Fred is going to work by himself, why doesn't he walk?
Okay. I got another analogy besides a wheelbarrow.
So this is what politicians do. They never answer the question directly. They say, okay, I got you. Here's how I'm going to take this. I got
No,
you.
'cause you gotta make it-
And then we're going to go around and around and around and bore the crap out you. And by the time I'm done, you ain't even going to care about the question you asked me. Go ahead.
So you saying skateboarders should just not skateboard and just carry their skateboards where they go?
Skateboarders don't skateboard miles to work.
You ever been to New York or any big metropolitan area?
Yes.
Yes,
I
they
have.
do. They skateboard they butts off. You ever been to South Beach? You ever been to Oceanside, California? San Diego,
Yes.
California? They skateboard they butts off.
I have. I've driven through
But
there.
it's the same
And you know
mode.
what? Those skateboarders, they skateboard
And they glide.
a few blocks.
I seen dudes. You
And they
out
do
there
it
in the
for
morning.
fun.
Look, if you can skateboard and pick your feet up and cruise, you can pick your feet up out the damn pedaling on the ground. Pedaling, your words, not mine. And cruise your way to work, especially downhill.
You know what? I'm done with this.
You won't put on Flintstones.
Hey, it's the Flintstones,
Please
man.
comment
I need
below whether I answered that question appropriately or not, or if it was a dumbass
It
question.
was a dumbass answer.
Oh my goodness.
question was
we want to see what
legit.
the people think.
The question was legit. I want to see I want to see what the damn people think.
The first two questions were good.
No. The first two questions were softball questions.
Softballs.
And I hit you with something a little more difficult. Then we got to do the politician thing, dance around. Ba, 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 ba. And guess what? At the end of the day, you still ain't got to answer.
Here's next week's question. In the series Star Wars, if they're out in space, why do their phasers and lasers always make a sound when there is no sound in space?
I was never going to ask that. Never.
You asked about Flintstones.
That was just
like
dumb.
that's the same.
That was dumb.
That is dumb. But that's why does the laser make a sound in space on Star Wars when there is no sound in space?
That was the dumbest shit because it's sci-fi.
It's a cartoon.
Now, cartoons have a different meaning than sci-fi.
Oh my goodness.
This is
Okay.
a cartoon
Why do
replica.
cartoons from the early days of cartoons up until almost recently only have 4 fingers and not 5?
I really want to just go ahead and
Answer that question.
No. This ain't no Ask Andy no damn question. This is
ain't no
Ask JC. This is the Ask JC segment. That's what we call it.
messed up.
Ask JC.
Ask
That's the
JC.
segment.
Oh my goodness. I'm not
We might have an
conceding.
Ask Andy, but I doubt it.
I'm not conceding to that one. I tell you that right
You
now.
don't have to.
Right
Anywho,
now.
Hey, look. In the future, right now, we're working on getting a couple guest hosts to show up on the show and
Guest hosts.
to take it a little different direction. See where they go with it, to see what they got to talk about, to see maybe y'all can stump them a little bit with some questions, because I think it's good.
Yeah,
What do
that's
y'all
been
think
fun,
about
man.
guest hosts? You know what? Go ahead and if you want to be a guest host, let us know. This link is always tagged to the Facebook page, so go ahead and let us know.
What else you got?
I got nothing else.
You ain't got nothing else?
I got nothing else. Once I ask JC the question, ask JC.
That's the segment.
That's
Ask
it.
JC.
That's the end of it.
You got to come better than that next week. I tell you that right now.
No, you don't want what I got next week.
You wanna take it
Because
out?
you already told me what you don't know about.
Cartoons?
No, not that type of cartoon. Anime.
Oh.
Don't know nothing. So now I'm about to ask the most difficult. You know what? See how you want to drag this shit the fuck out? I got something for you.
You got to take us out. Come on, man.
No.
Come on, man.
I'll let it go.
That's it.
That's it. We'll see y'all later. Like, subscribe, comment down below. All that good stuff. Next week, JC is going to get the business.
Oh, but that's yet to be seen. It's been a good time. This is the 3rd episode. Stay tuned for the 4th one. We're going to keep working on it and knocking it out the park. We're having a good time. Hope y'all having a good time too. And if you enjoy, like you said, like, share, and subscribe. We out of here.
Peace. Just let it ride. Let it ride.
Welcome to Let's Get Real with JC and Andy. Nope, doing it again.
For the 4th time.
What up, folks? Welcome to Let's Get Real with Andy and JC. I'm your host, JC. And Andy always messes it up.
Like, share, subscribe.
You want that as the plug?
Boom. Is it-
Let's do it again.
no, we ain't doing it again.
We adding bloopers
Andy.
in all these things.
You got it.
We amended in. All right.
My turn?
You want to try the intro? How about you try the intro?
How about I try the intro?
Yeah, you go try the intro. I'm sitting here and chill.
You gotta wait a second. I gotta feel it. Rona.
That was it. That was your intro.
No,
Dun-dun, Rona. You gotta add something to the beginning. Like it's ridiculous.
It is. It is.
So here we
you
go.
start?
I did start it.
Dick.
Hey, here we are again. My arms are way off the screen this time, but I'm gonna do that one more again. That's going to do real.
No. All right, cool. Now we on break time.
Yeah.
Who told you was good at that?
No one. I just do what I feel like doing sometimes.
I got you.
All right, that's fine. All right. Break over. We got 20 minutes. I'm just gonna edit that out.
All right, cool. I figured as much. Now this one we're gonna go probably gonna be a little bit shorter, but we talking about the kids. Talking about the kids.
All right. It's gonna be a weird mix.